Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Minelle of Bueno, and I'm currently taking Communications 3 in this third term in UPOU. So this interview is actually part of my project to finish this course. So before we begin this interview, may you briefly introduce yourself to my classmates and professor?
Sure. Good afternoon. My name is Fides Marie de la Cruz Rabena. I'm currently working as the Extension Associate of the Office of Gender Concerns of the UP Open University. So basically my work entails I help in the implementation of all of the gender mainstreaming plans of the university. I monitor the budget. I also conduct research on gender and women's studies for the UPOE Office of Gender Concerns. So basically all of the training and all of the exhibits, all of the research activities of the office, I am responsible for making all of that happen, along of course with our director, Professor Pina Flora of Thailand.
Okay, thank you. So today actually going to talk about gender equality in general. So my first question is, what is gender equality for you?
Well, for me, it is allowing both, not just women, both men and women, equal opportunities to do what they want, to do to do things that will make them happy. So very basic yon for me, that we are able to exercise all of our rights, and we are given all of the options available to men, as our men are given the options available for women.
Okay, so to what extent do you think gender equality should be applied? Should there be a limit?
I don't think that there should be, because gender equality is, after all, humanity, the rights of humanity. It's a human right, diba? To have equality in terms of your choices, your options. I don't think that there should be a limit, for as long as we don't disobey any rules or the law, of course. Wala tayong hindi sinusunod na batas. There's no problem with that, and I don't think that there should be a limit with imposing gender equality in general, not just in the university.
How about in terms of gender norms? Kasi gender norm is a social norm that which defines the role of women and men here in the society. Do you think, under what circumstances do you think gender norms should be applied?
Like you said, no? Gender norms are dictated by the society, and whatever is dictated by the society, that can change. Diba? Culturally, things can change, norms can change, and therefore, when we impose gender equality, you have to also consider that not all of these norms are right. Correct? For example, it is a norm now that women are to take care of the kids, stay at home instead of working, for example. That's not necessarily correct. But that doesn't mean that which means we don't have to necessarily abide by that norm, just because it's a norm, because it's something that our forefathers, our mothers are telling us to do. Especially if it doesn't go along with your perspectives or your beliefs in terms of gender equality. Whatever is right by the law, there shouldn't be a problem with, for me, the norm shouldn't dictate how we practice gender equality. In fact, dapat nga binibend natin yung norms in order to achieve gender equality. So it should be the other way around.
Okay, how about in terms of gender stereotypes? Because I'm actually a multimedia student, and I know that I should be more aware of this issue because, our technology today is getting better, and the way to perceive information is getting faster. Do you think that we should start creating a more fair gender portrayal in the media here in the
Definitely.
Philippines?
And that starts with the very basic things. Language, for example, the use of gender-fair language. Until now, sa media, minsan maririnig pa rin natin yung stewardess, these gender-biased terms, when there shouldn't be terms like that anymore. So that's very basic, gender-fair language. And then you go to your gender stereotypes, for example, in the media today, we still see when you have advertisements for like dishwashing liquids or soaps, laundry soaps, it's still the women doing the laundry. It's still the women doing the dishwashing. Where men should also be doing that because men can do it. And in order to achieve gender equality, there should be shared roles in the family. So the mother shouldn't just be in the home preparing what the kids need. The men, the father should also take their roles in or take their opportunities also to take after to look after the household. So yes, that's largely a responsibility of the media, especially the young ones, because you will be taking over should you opt to work in that platform, diba? Kayo naman yung magsusupply ng information to the generation after you. So you are the ones basically who have the power to bend the norms or to bend the stereotypes that are existing today. So it's actually you that should step out of the box. You should also think of other ways in order to cause behavior change, to cause changes in perspective, changes in beliefs, especially when in terms of gender roles in the society.
Okay, thank you for that information. So, before I end this interview, I would like my classmates to be informed of this office. I heard that this new, the gender for office.
Yes. Actually, the Office of Gender Concerns used to be a committee under the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. So in 2014, so I actually entered the university in 2014, and in October of that year, our proposal to have the Office of Gender Concerns institutionalized was approved. So from a committee, it is now an office under the Office of the Chancellor. So before we had committee members, now we have a director and a staff, and that's me. And then we have also what we call a GAD executive committee. So these are composed of all of the deans, all of the vice chancellors. We also have a faculty representative, a reps representative, and an administrative representative. So they're actually in charge of making sure that all of our plans are mainstreamed into all of the office units as well as into our curriculum, because that's the mandate of the Office of Gender Concerns, is to mainstream gender and to empower women in all of the activities of the university. So yeah, that's actually the framework or the skeleton of the Office of Gender Concerns.
Okay. So thank you, ma'am, for giving me this time.